Good morning and welcome to episode 235 of Trade with Cam. You join me this fine morning, and the market has been up and up for the last 3 days. Now, as I said, there's only one number that matters. We'll be discussing that later on in the show. So welcome. If you're watching this on the replay, welcome to you, and I hope you're enjoying it. Let me know how you found us, how you find the show, and what else you'd like me to cover that I don't cover. So we've got 2 hours of live trading. We've been doing that for 3 or 4 months, and I really enjoy it. Something that I really want to give to you guys. There's no catches, no nothing. Come and watch. If you want to join us, that's fine, no problem at all. If you don't want to join us and just want to watch, no problem. Okay, so you're welcome. So one of the first things that I do every single morning when I start trading is see what's happening. Where has the market been? Okay, so we're just going to bring you the chart up, and there she goes. Okay, so that's on the 1 minute right now. So I switch that to the day and see what the day has been doing. Immediately notice a massive wick. It's been up and it's green, so it's a buying day. Okay, they say make the trend your friend. So don't be arguing with the market, right? Don't be getting into a fight because the market will win every time. So what we do is we see what's going on. So I see there's a massive wick, so it's probably retracing now, but the smaller time frames will show us that. So the market's been to 4,076 all the way down to 4,141. Okay, so what's that? About a $70 spread, 750 pips. Huge movement in historical standards, but nothing by today's. So where do we go? We go to the hour. So we've had a couple of hours of selling. So then I look here and think, right, where have you been? That's 1 o'clock. That's 11 o'clock. This is when the market opens. You can see that. So I go on the hours. So what it did was last night, just started buying, and it peaked here. So the day's high was done at 4 o'clock this morning. And then it had an hour of selling, hour of buying, and it's had a big hour of selling there, Frankfurt to London, and London's opened on a sell. Okay, only 2 minutes in. So then we go to the 5 minutes and the 1 minute, which is where we kind of live. We live there because we scalp the market. We're in and out. We don't hang around for very long. Okay, and so therefore we require the smaller time frames to show us what's going on. Okay, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, or 1 minute, depending on what your nature is and what you like doing. So 5 past, we'll pull down what's known as a trade card. And what those trade cards are is technology-led, machine learning, algorithmic systems that predict where the market is going to go. It takes everything that's going on in the past, over 30 million data points, see what other traders are doing, who's buying, who's selling, all of that kind of stuff. And it brings it up into a nice, neat little card, which tells us whether it thinks that in the next 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, the market's going to be selling. It tells us the amount of confidence that it has in whether it's buying or selling. Has the overall score, machine learning score, has the current market price, which is great. It tells us the entries, the live check, which means what did it do in the last 5 minute candle, and then it gives us targets. Okay, TP1 through to TP5, and it gives us 2 stops, a trade stop and a hard stop, and you can use either of those, and they're all available to you for free. It's that simple. All right, so at 5 past, we're going to take the first trade card. If you're joining us regularly, the best thing I can recommend is subscribing and pressing the bell icon, because you'll get notifications. So I press the live button at about 7:58, 7:59, so that I'm live by 8 o'clock. Okay, so that means that I'm ready, and then the market summary is done first. We see where the market's going, and if you're serious about trading and you're just not dabbling in it, if you are dabbling in it, give it up, because you lose money. Right, Warren Buffett says, if you treat it like a hobby, it'll cost you like a hobby. Treat it like a business, it'll make money like a business. Okay, so immediately you should treat this like a business, because it is. It's your hard-earned cash you're putting up to trade. It's not a bit of fun. It's serious business, because it can make you serious money. Okay, and I'll show you that throughout a couple of hours, and I do that every single day, every weekday morning, Monday to Friday, we're live 8 till 10. Take you through actual trading, the psychology of trading, some nice coaching, and the stories behind it, as it were. Okay, anybody can learn to press the button, but not everybody can learn when to press it, which direction to press it, and more importantly, when to come out. And most people don't have a plan. So they say that, you know, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I sincerely believe with that, right? So 8:05, where's the first trading card taking us? You've got access to this if you're with us. If you haven't, then press that QR code and you'll get immediate access to a light version of what we do. So the market is saying sell. That candle is a buy. So the cardinal rule of how I trade is that I don't enter the market if it's going in the opposite direction to where I want to go to. So immediately that if it's a buy, because you don't know how far it's going to go. Okay, so when and if the candles turn red, we can look at entering. I don't do this at this moment in time. And the other thing is you've not missed anything. We can do this every single 5 minutes, so 12 times in an hour. So we'll do this 20 times in this next couple of hours. So now you can look at entry, and it's actually a better entry probably than the one that was suggested. Market's coming down. You could have entered that if you wanted to. Totally yours. Control is yours. I'm here to take you through the theory and how trading actually works, and the mechanics of it, and the planning of it, and even planning to lose money. Okay, so you'd be in drawdown now on this trade. We did some heavy trading on our automated system late into the evening yesterday, about 20 trades yesterday, and we made a really, really decent profit. So I'm just staying calm today. Okay, you don't need to be trading every single day as long as your targets are hit. So that's gone in totally the opposite direction. You could have hit stop loss on that trade had you taken it, but stop loss is a part of the business. And again, you need to be prepared to take stop losses. You need to be prepared to take some losses. Out of the 18 odd trades we did yesterday, I think 4 or 5 of them were losses, but overall we made money. So it's what happens at the end of the game that matters. Sometimes the opposition scores really early, and it shouldn't upset your rhythm. Keep your composure, okay? That's what stop losses are for. Say hello, say where you're from, what brought you here. Be nice, have a bit of a conversation. Pop your questions in the chat and I'll do my best to answer them for you. And if I can't, we'll arrive at an answer, okay? So 8 minutes past 8. The big question obviously is, where is gold going? Has it broken out, finally broken free of this 4,000 that it was hovering around for days and days and days and days and days? Okay, and there's some resistance obviously up at the top. Where is it? How far is it? The futures market is looking at that around the 4,200 mark. Will it go above that? Of course, historically in January it was $5,600. So we're a long way off that. The beauty of being a trader is you can make money whether it's going down or whether it's going up. Morning, Ian. How are you? And so that's the beauty of what it is that we're doing here. Okay. I want to thank all of you that subscribe to the channel. Over 1,100 traders follow the channel, which is humbling, really. And so I want to thank you for that. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. and press the bell icon if you want notifications. Sometimes I get messages saying couldn't find the link. You don't need to. If you press the bell icon, your YouTube channel will send you a reminder that Cam Jalal is live, and then you just click on that. You don't need to find anything. It's probably the best experience is YouTube. We're on live on Facebook and LinkedIn and TikTok, etc. But I think the best experience is YouTube, to be honest with you. So 10 past, we'll press the next button. See where we're going. Still selling. London's been like this for the first 10, 15, 20 minutes. It seems to take a few minutes to settle down. So the last 2-3 sessions, we've not had the best of starts in terms of the market doing what the data is saying. Remember, the data is the bit that's right. The market just behaves in the way it wants to behave because it's reacting to things that are not really that important. So it could be other buyers, FOMO, other sellers, FOMO again, and people clearing out short positions, long positions, all sorts of things going on. And in the morning, when London opens, there must be some overnight orders and things that people have phoned through, people that use old-fashioned systems. They've got brokers and traders that they use to trade their accounts. That would give you TP1 on that trade. So it was a sell, like I said. All throughout our session, you're going to be able to take buys and sells, TP1s and TP2s, even though I don't babysit you across all the trades. We used to do that, but I think it's far more important that you learn about actual trading, the psychology, what it is that you're looking, what's going on in here. Pressing the button's not difficult. Pressing the right button at the right time is the art, okay? So we go through that. So as I said, that hit TP1 if you wanted it. And then the 3 steps of trading: place your trade, place your stop loss, place your TP. You have a defined outcome now. That defined outcome means you know how much you're going to lose, you know how much you're going to make. It's one or the other is going to happen eventually. And then if you want to manage the trade, what you do is you then sit on the trade and manage it out. As your profit goes up, you move your stop loss closer and closer to your break even. But do not strangle the trade or suffocate the trade by being too close to it, because the slightest move downward, it will hit it. Okay, so it's doing, like I said, it's doing exactly the opposite of what the data is saying. Have you had a good morning? What time do you guys get up? Do you come straight, drag yourself out of bed, or you're sitting in bed perhaps? You can do anything, right? So I think it was about 4:45 when I woke up this morning. Do a lot of research, do a lot of work, get a lot of my creative stuff done before I come live. Then obviously I have to prep for this and make sure that I'm ready, which is enjoyable. So it's a great morning routine, really enjoy it. So again, market came down for that trade, went straight back up. So has it hit the bottom? We'll have a look, see what the hour's doing on for London. So still a selling hour, not much though. Yeah, it hasn't moved much since it opened, hasn't really done anything. It's going to make up its mind which way it wants to go, if it makes up its mind. Because we could obviously end up with a ranging market, which we've done quite a few mornings. We have a 23-hour window of trading. You trade when you want to with the cards, because you pull them down when you want to, rather than the system, you having to wait around for a trader to do that. That would have been a great entry. Of using a hard stop and a trade stop. Hard stop's deeper. It could cause you more losses because more tolerance, but it also gives your trades more time to breathe. So it's a fine balancing act that you have to do. Getting some great messages from you guys in terms of how well you're doing with your trading. So I really appreciate the feedback. So 14 minutes, we've got 1 more minute. So market kind of going nowhere, but like I said, there's TP1s and TP2s throughout the day, which you'll get, which is what you should aim for to begin with, and get a winning trade under your belt in, and then go for the smaller wins. And as you get acquainted with the market, what it's doing, there is a learning curve on a daily basis that, where is this market going? What is it actually doing? Minutes. Let's see if there's a change of character from what it's selling us. So still saying sell. Okay. 71% confidence, even though the market is doing the opposite. So we'll watch, see how that plays out. As I said, be careful when you're trading. Stop loss is the first thing that goes in after you press the button to enter the trade, okay? But don't hesitate. If you're going to enter, but do not be doing it when the market's doing this for a sell. Do it for a buy by all means, not an issue. Just catching up on messages whilst we've got quite a few moments. So if you're trading, watch your trades. A lot of noise in the market at the moment. Get rich quick schemes seem to be the order of the day. Be careful. Market still rising. Data saying sell. Conflict. Okay. Be patient. Rome wasn't built in a day, but every day simply went and laid a few more bricks. Yeah, didn't get up on the last day, I think. 1,000 days to build it, 999 days. Didn't just sit there and do nothing every single day. Yeah, and then of course the classic story, isn't there, of life, which is the hare and the tortoise. Yeah, he sits around thinking, I'm really fast, I'll get there. And the tortoise just carries on because he knows he just wants to go. Puts the effort in and wins the race, and the tortoise truly wins every single race in life, unless it's a marathon, unless it's a sprint of 100 yards. But life isn't a sprint. Never has been, never will be. So there could be, like I said, a change of character happening. Hence, we may have caught this on the back of a bigger move. 19 minutes. So coming back to this range, so it dropped in here. Could have gone further. Data says it should. Maybe it'll do that later on. Maybe we're a bit early, and sometimes we are. So gone back to this. Will it break through? Will it start coming down again? We don't know. And we don't need to know. Just follow the data. That's all you need to do. Just follow the data. So 20 pounds, we can take the next trade card. Still selling. So the data is still pointing to a market that's selling. %65 confidence. Pretty high. But again, maintain discipline. For a sell, or if you're looking to follow the trade cards, and don't do it when the market's rising. And sometimes maybe you think that you've got this gut feeling and you're just looking for confirmation, or you're going to go against that gut feeling. I can tell you, I've been following this system for the last 3 or 4 months. Every time I've gone against it, it's hurt me really badly because I think I know how to trade. So be careful. That's gone crazy, hasn't it? Data's pointing completely differently. It's a rare thing. Lots of messages coming through for access to the system, which is always encouraging. We like that. So 8 minutes ago, 2-week high, yeah. Mid East conflict and Fed stay in focus. So what point it goes to, because there's massive concerns about inflation in the US and oil prices, because this stubborn conflict. Actually, no, the conflict's got nothing to do with it. It's two stubborn sides, trying to force their will on the other. And it's us normal people that are suffering. But this is what governments do. They don't care. Just out for themselves, aren't they? They say they're representatives, but don't bloody represent themselves and their own interests and those of their own businesses. So that's the issue here now, is where gold goes to. And it's been confused for quite a number of months now with this conflict going on, because it's a very complex series of moving parts that decides on where the price ultimately goes. So, if US interest rates start going up, gold comes down, the dollar goes up, oil carries on going up in price, gold goes down because countries need oil, so they sell their foreign reserves of gold. Gold ETFs need to rebalance. If the stock market goes down, then they sell off gold. So lots of moving parts to the whole thing. 23 minutes past 8, and we're going to take the trade card in 2 more minutes. Let's see if we can give you some decent returns today and get some trade cards that are actually worth entering. Because we have 24 minutes of real nonsense. We've got a couple of TP1, but nothing to go out. The data's been pointing downwards, the market's been going up. But it happens, right? Patience pays. And those of you that want these quick wins, no such thing, I'm sorry. You'll get them temporarily, but that's about it. They won't happen for long. "24 minutes. So there may be now a change of character, or the market may be coming to the data. which sometimes is a lag. And what you need is experience, and you need to say, oh, I've seen this before. Just trying to mess these up. So 25, let's press that button. Sell. Conditions met. Candle's green, so be careful. Might be doing the opposite now. So we don't get caught out. But the market's going to retrace and we get caught in sales. Just remember the fundamentals and you'll be fine. I'm complicating that for nothing. You see? So this is the principle of not entering in the opposite direction. Now that's a red candle, just be careful. But it's not just showing you a bit of red just to fool you. I don't think the institutions don't know that we're trading. There's 25% of the market is now private people like ourselves, which is a huge chunk. And sometimes they will do things that force us out, call it hunting for stop losses, because they don't use them. Yeah, no city trader trades with stop losses or TPs. They're doing, $10 million, $20 million contracts. They don't need that. That's stop losses, and TPs are for us, for retail traders, because it's our own money, right? They don't care. It's institutional money, and they're not reporting to anybody, so they're not showing a live account to anybody. It's monthly figures, and that's all they'll show. And often it's 6 monthly figures or a year's figures. So then they say, we did 3%. You think, great. You don't know how long it was underwater for. Whereas we're transparent, you see it on your MT4 or your MT5, at the end of the day, and that's why you get anxious about things. And I get euphoria when I'm great day today. Oh, I'm in down in the dumps, right? It's natural. It's natural. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just how it is. So you see the data's pointing now at selling, and the market, well, it's not really doing anything, but it's buying again. Another beautiful day. We're having a gorgeous summer. A little bit too hot in some cases, but I'm not complaining. $29. somebody trying to in Puerto Rico to access that system having problems. Mania Killer, how are you? What a name that is, eh? Goodness me. I'm scared. Look at that market go. What is it doing? Little bursts. It's still a sell. I don't know where it's going now. Yeah. The data is still pointing to selling. So. It's your gaming name, is it? God, I wouldn't want to come up. Are they all named like that? Maniac Killer and Death This and all the rest of it. Are they all like that? My read for today is that the market has been trying to get up to 4,200. The market at this moment in time is in no man's land. It's gone above the 4,000, well clear of that, which we've had. So if you look at the last 2 days, it's in this range now. It's all about oil and the Gulf. That's what's driving everything. So as soon as there's any hope of a settlement, the market goes up. And as soon as that dies off, the market goes down. That's what it's reacting to, because oil is ruling at this moment in time. The Fed decision will start ruling, but that's where we're at. Look at the dollar. So in terms of, look how high it is and look how high it's been. Yeah, look where it's been. Just ridiculous. But that's all conflict driven. It'll be back on its arse around here very, very soon. And it does that. And look where we are with gold. So, but the thing is, we trade price action, so I don't worry too much about reading the market for swing trading or something that's happening a month down the road. Because we scalp the market, we trade price action, which really is a big help to us. It's going to go, yeah, exactly. Serves me right for moving up to the 1 month. Let's just get this so that we can actually see it. There, a bit more sensible. So there's your minutes. So he's selling in this 1 minute, and we'll pull down a trade card in 2 minutes. If you haven't got access, by the way, Maniac Killer, if you scan that QR code, put my teeth in. If you scan that QR code, you'll see the trade cards that I'm talking about. So there's a light version that you can have access to. Unfortunately, for our American cousins, you're not allowed to participate in CFD trading. So you probably won't be able to open an account with our broker. 34. Let's see what the market does. Hasn't brought as much joy this morning. But that's the market, and that's the reality of it. Yeah, so market rose. Exactly, yeah. So now it's wondering, has it gone too far? Is it going to be any retracement? Because I think it has probably got a bit too far. But futures are looking at 4,200 as the absolute kind of real resistance that it would have difficulty climbing over. Yesterday it was 4,000. Could it hold on to that? So it did that quite nicely. And But like I said, we trade price action, so we don't worry too much about what's going on, because we can be buying and selling within the same hour. So trade cards sell, but it's only 58%. So the best way I can put it is that it's a ranging market. London hasn't done very much this morning. And if you look at the hour, top bottom, 41.11, 22, 100 pips, 10 cents. Yeah, 12 to 22, 10 cents. That's all it's done in 35 minutes. So there's not a lot of room to actually make or lose money. Actually, there's not a lot of movement, period. So the Frankfurt hour was huge. It went 13 to 35, right? Better. We need volatility to make money. You get TP1s, but they're difficult. So for a bit of time, market's been slow. What's the plan for the day? Do you get up in the morning, or are you a sporadic trader where you walk around with your mobile phone like a mad hatter, which I've done in the past, and think that you can make money because people on social media tell you that that's what can happen? Or are you an organized individual in terms of sit down at a desk, or what you would call your desk? Doesn't matter whether it's kitchen table, dining room table, doesn't matter where it is, but do you have a working space? Because a lot of us have been working from home, and so we've got dedicated spaces where we work from. So this used to be my library, and there was a little alcove thing to stick a laptop and work. And then I decided that I wanted to do this properly and not be stuck there. So put a desk in here that rises, falls, and all the rest of it, and created a real workstation, which I'm really happy with now. And that really shifted my trading to the next level, in the sense that I've got a decent sized screen, got my a phone stand over here, charges, got a stand for my iPad again to charge as well. And then so I look at the trade cards here. That's TP1, by the way. Look at the trade cards here. I look at my phone over there. If I'm going to trade, I'm looking at you guys, and I've got the chart up, and I can see all your comments and all the rest of it. So a real work center in terms of what goes on with my working environment. And I really enjoy it. I can shut the doors, I can open the doors, depending on what the weather's like, and of course if there's anything going on in my house. And if you've been with me for a few months, you know there's a huge refurbishment project that's coming to an end now. They've got carpet fitters in today at some point. So it's coming to an end, but a lot of noise, so I shut myself in here and do that. So have you sorted a working space out? And the other beautiful thing is that I'm able to keep a diary or a number of notebooks that actually can sit here. So I can come in the morning, if I'm going to start trading, I'll put down my account balance that I'm going to trade with. I'll put down the percentage return I want. I'll put down the amount of money that I want for the day. When I hit that percentage and I hit that money, I shut up shop and I go home. Okay? And if I don't hit it and my period for trading ends, I stop that as well. That's TP1 and a bit, right? It's heading towards TP2 if it continues down. So that's my kind of working environment, and got privacy in terms of, like I said, the door's shut. It's quite a small office, but that's fine. Just need a desk and some light. So, and that's how I work. So how do you work? What are you finding that's working for you? It's quite relaxing in here. I don't play music a lot because I find it distracting. I want to concentrate. There you go. It's TP2. So like I said, in amongst all the ranging market, there are opportunities, and that's hit TP2. You could have had all of those. 39 minutes past. Let's see if the market's meandering down. at its high, it may do. We had a wonderful trading day yesterday, both in the morning and the afternoon was fantastic because our automated system kicked in, saw some opportunities, and gave us a really good return. So heading towards TP3, we've got the next trade card you can pull down. It's 40 minutes past. Selling, 73% directional confidence, so very confident now off the bat that selling is going to start. And the candles are red, so that's my usual two-check system. What's the market trade card saying? Which direction is the market heading in? And then you can enter. So let's have a look. It's nice. That's TP1 on that. So of course you could have stayed in the old trade and taken an additional trade, which would have been a great thing to have a runner. So is it going to go through this part now? Let's have a look. So it's down to here. So maybe some. So it needs to go through this part now. Then it could be on its way down. So that's nice. That's TP2 on that trade. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for subscribing. Mine's a mix of trading at the desk as well as trading on my phone whenever I'm on the move. Well done. Yeah, I think once you place a trade, you can do it from anywhere, can't you? Or once you've gotten, I'd like to sit down initially, either on my iPad or on a bigger screen, look at where the market's going. Then once I've started placing trades and you're familiar with what the day's going on, then I can't, yeah, I agree with you. But then of course, it's all preferences, isn't it? What is it that you want to do? And that's TP3. Yeah, that hit TP3. Coming back. So some reversal now. It's a nice trade. So thank you for the subscriptions. We are really happy with the progress, and people continue to join us from long and far, which is fantastic. Getting rid of some of this stuff I've got on my screen here. Yeah, nice. So the market's reversing. Remember, take your profits, little and often. Right? Don't wait around for those big things. Seldom happen. When I talk about my runners, I probably had 10 that closed out at 20, 30 pips because it bounced back, and then one that will go. But I keep doing it because I'm used to that. And if I see the market sometimes, then I just leave it to run. Yesterday I was trying to do that because I thought the market would crash down, but it didn't. Right? So kept getting 10 pips, 20 pips, where I'd set my TP to below break even, but it didn't. So probably do that today. Not, and by the way, that's not a recommendation or anything. I have no idea what it's going to do, and so don't listen to me. Oh, I don't need to ask you anything. So still selling 76%. Just watch it on that green candle. So don't commit that cardinal sin. There she goes. There's a lot of confidence in the market coming down all the way to 4,100. Plenty of trading to go. Got 13 hours of trading on 15 minutes. So you've got plenty of time to make your money, okay? Don't pull up the trades, don't chase the market. So just got into the market myself on that. I like selling now. I never used to. I used to sell originally. But then I kind of stopped for a while and started following a trader that only really bought. But the market actually comes down 4 times faster than it goes up. It's a known fact. Yeah, they say it goes up an elevator and it comes down a lift. We may do at some point and look at hooking these things up. But the idea is that you see it creates dependency, and like you said, copying trades. That doesn't bother me if somebody wants to copy trades. That's not an issue. But I'll look into that as a future development. See where we go. So for now, that trade card came down to TP 1 and 2, right there if you're in it. It's coming down again, so a little retracement there. And it bounces back. It'll do that. It'll do that. When it has a big fall, then obviously it expects a retracement. So let's see where it goes. There's nothing to stop it really in terms of coming down. And of course, there may be some profit taking as well. But as you say, trade cards are the thing. Just follow those and you won't go far wrong. We regularly get people reporting 2%, 3%, 1% on a daily gain, which is pretty nice. It's always nice to see people making money. That's the name of the game. At the end of the day, that's the reason we're here, right? And that's all we want. And then it shoots up and does that. Raj is here. Hello, Raj. How are you, buddy? How's it going? One of our veteran traders, Raj, does so well. Just hovering around entry points, a little bit of profit, may push through. So 1 minute before the next trade card at 10-2. Well, good luck with it, Raj. Just hope you're well, mate. As long as you're comfortable. Wish you the best with surgery. Let us know. Make a speedy recovery. Miss having you here, bro. Well, that's the regret of traders, isn't it? Sometimes we jump out. You're welcome, Raj. Yeah, sometimes we jump out too quick, don't we? So 50, say the next trade card. Still selling 77%, all the way down to 4,100. It was just slightly above that for TP5 earlier. And the reason I read that to you is not to go for TP5, it's to say that the confidence in the market going down or up, doesn't matter. In this case, going down, is getting higher and higher and higher. And the TP5 is getting lower and lower and lower, which means that the data is pointing to a downward trend in the market at this moment in time. Okay, that doesn't mean you stop taking stop losses, doesn't mean you stop taking your profits. Okay, just carry on being as boring as you possibly can be. Take all the decision making out of it, make it mechanical. I go for TP1s all the time. I go for TP2s all the time. I do this. Just do repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. You'll make money. Yeah, start changing things. And remember Tiger Woods, when he started changing his swing, didn't win anything for years. Right? So if you get a winning formula, stick with it, okay? Please. Don't do anything else. Making money is repeating a set of known steps. Getting fit in the gym is a set of known steps that are repeated constantly. Getting rich, same thing. Repeat the steps. Yeah? And there's our sentiments there, Raj. This is all about the community. Yeah, have a great surgery, Raj. God bless. Yeah. We wish you all the best. Popped in to see one of my relatives in hospital, had gallstones, going to remove his gallbladder. It was quite cheery, so spirits were up. So we had a bit of a laugh, waiting around for surgery. That was at Glenfield. Let me know if you need anything, Raj. I'm around, I'm local. Let me know which hospital you're in, message me, and I'll pop over and say hi. Just kind of sticking around there. At the 410, 411, before it decides what to do. So it bounced up slightly. But you see the slowing down here. So as you see this, you see the market slowing down. Yeah, maybe it's at the bottom, maybe not. So maybe we're retracing. Let's have a look at 5 minutes, see what it's showing us. So solid candle there. Pivot point's been hit there, but that could move. So that's just a historical thing. I just like those calculators, those indicators, because I just think it's about the only one I have. And because I just think, is it oversold now? So 15 minutes, the hour, still selling, but there's some retracement there. So, but there's always retracement. So it looks like it's shot up a little bit more. Let's see what goes. 1 more minute. So coming to the top of the hour, we've been alive for an hour. Good God. You have to look away there, you, for 1 second when it does that. So let's see where she wants to go. 55. Still selling from this point. With better entry if it does come down, that is. From where we were. So it may now come down. Let's see what happens. There you go. TP1. Not really. Not really. It is now. I can add that. You look, Trump will never say what you want him to say. But that's about the sentiment of it, isn't it? They come out with some crap. Oh dear. So the data's still pointing to a sell. Okay. So data's still selling. And just wanted to. Data's still pointed to selling, as it has done most of the morning, to be honest with you. But if you then look at the hour, it's been selling. 30 minutes selling, 15 minutes selling, 15. Yeah. So where are we? Yeah. So we're about to come to the top of the hour. Let's see what it does. Make sure you hydrate yourself. Okay, and have the next hour I'm going to stand. See, I'm real. No AI generated. Not yet, anyway. Here we go. Chair out of the way. Beautiful. So yeah, as I said, hydrate, stand, sit, whatever you want to do, move around. It's a very sedentary lifestyle, trading. So I don't always remember, but I really enjoy standing and presenting. So it's coming back into your range now. And this is what I'm going to call you MC. Can't keep saying maniac killer because people think, good God, what's going on here? Right? So that's TP2. So like I said, sometimes we react a little bit too quickly as traders because we see money that we potentially could be losing. So I've stayed in that trade all the way through. Went into drawdown. It's back in profit now. And the big money is when you stay in the trades. But it's a skill. Don't do it right off the bat. If you're just starting out, take your TP1s and go home. And if you do enough of them, you'll get your 2 to 3%. We've had people double their accounts in 6 to 8 weeks taking TP1s. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? You're not in competition with anybody. It's your account. How much, an amount of money that's good for you may be nothing for somebody else, but it may be a lot to somebody as well, okay? So we're all trading for ourselves, but not by ourselves, okay? That's the key. We want to build a community. We are building a community. There's over 1,100 of you that now follow the channel, right? Not bad going in 2.5 months, is it? Which is beautiful and brings joy to my heart that we're building something. We don't sell anything. We don't sell courses. There's nothing that, I don't get in touch with you later and say, buy my whatever. Yeah, SH. No, sugar, something, an iced tea, my wife calls it. There's none of that, okay? Because that's not what I wanted. What I wanted was a group of individuals that come together, help each other trade, just exchange notes. It's your account, nobody has sight of it. If you want our trade cards, unfortunately, you have to go and join our broker. That's how the system's set up. So 9 o'clock, let's take that 9 o'clock trade card, see what the hour brings now. Still selling 76%, all the way down to 4,099 now. So it's gone past the 4,100 in terms of TP5. So the data is pointing to a lower market around the 4,100 mark at the bottom of it. That doesn't mean it's not going to do this. So as you know, I never advocate getting into the market when it's going in the opposite direction to where you want to enter. So we're looking to enter for a sell. The market's going up, so you don't do it. Sorry, that's on the 5 minutes. So maybe that, yeah. So that was the time to get in if you were going to enter. Back down to 411, 411. Let's see where she goes. Let's go. Let's go. You're selling. Were you selling down to MC or MK? Sorry. Yeah. Where are you down? Where are you selling down to? Let's see where we're going. For 104, yeah. So 4104 is about TP3 and a bit, between TP3 and TP4 on the current trade card. So if that gives you any guidance. So we've talked in the past about layering when the market's doing this. And if you split your lot size into 3 or 2 or 5, whatever you prefer to do, then it's not a bad idea. And again, you need some experience to start taking second trades and third trades. My limit's 3. So if I see something that I think, ooh, I'll get into that. I don't think the market's got the momentum to do that today, at this moment in time, may do later. So when it really starts motoring in one direction or another, and I think that's where it's going, then I'll enter a second and a third trade. It's bouncing up at this moment in time. It's been doing this all morning, hasn't it? Comes down a bit, bounces up. So it's just cancelling each other out. These candles, these 4, 5 minute candles, they're 20 minutes of just cancelling each other out. Let's see. 9:05. Let's see what our trade cards are saying. Still selling 58% though, so not the confidence that we sometimes look for. If you've got access to the cards, you'll see that anyway for yourself. If you haven't, scan that QR code and you'll get a few of those for free. So 13 is TP1 on that trade card. Doesn't like anything at this market, at this moment, this market. A nice buy there, I guess. $9.06 market's at. It's actually below the entry point at between 15 and 16. So just meandering around doing nothing at this moment in time like it did. I think down for the most hour, to be honest with you. Patience pays. Yeah, just be patient. Don't rush it. Don't look to let the market come. So it came up to the 41.09. It's gone retracing now. So let's see where she goes. Thank you very much. That's good for tea for me. Cheers. I don't know what time it is where you guys are. If you're in the UK, it's 8 minutes past 9 in the morning. And the market hasn't given us much over the last hour and a bit. Really been very tight, very rangy. Last couple of hours, let's just have a look. So the last hour, 41.09, 22, yeah, 130 pips. Nothing really there. And we need volatility, don't we, to make the market move. I think we're used to so much more volatility now than certainly before Trump came into power. Markets behave very differently. So 9:09, 1 more minute. I'm going to take the next trader card. Yeah. How do you do your business plan? Let me just do this and then I'll try and cover that question. Still selling 67%. Yeah, down to TP5 is like down the 4100 mark. So that's where all the data is pointing. Okay. So that was a sell again. Entry point's good. Yeah. So business plan has a very fancy name. It can be on the back of a napkin. Yeah. And a lot of ideas are very simple. So you plan, where are you today? Where do you want to be when? And be realistic. Yeah. Back to where you said, I can't call, apologies. So just play it back if you want to know, right? So business plan. Don't make it fancy. Don't get sort of, spreadsheet after spreadsheet after spreadsheet. You don't need to be a spreadsheet king. It can be in a diary. It could be on the back of a napkin. Okay, so you just need to decide where you are now and where you want to be by when. So my income at this moment is $10,000 a month. I want to be at $20,000 a month in 12 months time. Right. So you've got the starting point, you've got the end point, whatever that is, by the way. Yeah. Doesn't have to be 10, doesn't have to be 2, doesn't have to be 20, couldn't be anything. So where are you today? Where do you want to be? And then what's the one thing that's stopping you getting there? And it'll be internal. It'll be a habit. It'll be something that you haven't got, a piece of equipment. It'll be an opportunity. The one thing I do not want you to come up with is that I haven't got the time. Right? It's the laziest, lame ass excuse that people come up with. We all have the same 24 hours. Would you agree? Okay. Except you're just spending those 24 hours in the wrong place. So if it's important enough to you, you'll do it. Yeah, work's important. You have to go to work to pay the bills, right? So you do it. You have to go to sleep. You have to eat. You get hungry. So it's got to be like that. It's got to be like, I'm hungry for success. I'm hungry for this income. Okay. And that income can be whatever you want it to be. So this can be a side hustle. You want a few $100 a month to add to whatever you're doing. Brilliant. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. Have a target $400 or $500 a month. And then, right, well, how much time have I got to spend doing that? I can spare an hour. I can do 2 hours. The beautiful thing about having the trade cards, if you can use them in terms of, and the only reason you won't be able to use them is because you might be in the United States and we can't give you access to them, right? Simply because the system is designed in that way. But you can pull down those cards at any point that you want. So you don't have to wait around for a trader. You don't have to wait around for a setup. You don't have to wait around for you to chart up for 2 hours. So you can take those. So you make a decision that I want to make $500 a month or $5,000 a month or $50,000 a month. Okay. So once you've made that decision, then it's like, what are you willing to give up? How much time are you willing to spend? How much capital are you willing to put in? It's your working capital. You're not giving me or the broker or anybody else any money, right? It's money in your account. That's your working capital, that's your investment in yourself and your business. So you've got to align those things. You can't have £1,000 and you want to make 20,000 a month. That's not going to happen. You're not going to 20x your money. So it's got to be realistic. 0.5% to probably about 3%, I would say, a day. Yeah, anything like that. And that just depends on the amount of time that you're willing to spend, the expertise, and how much you're willing to risk. And once you've done that, you're on your way. And then you start looking, you use something like a compound calculator. I'll go through that when I get a moment. I'll try and do that tomorrow. So you use a compound calculator and then you put your starting point in. You put in how much you want to make every day, how many days you're going to trade, and it'll work it out for you. Right? You can put those figures into AI and it'll do it for you. To say, this is the rate of return, this is how many days I'm going to trade, this is what I'm starting with, how much will I have in a year? So there's a lot of tools that can help you do that. And then there's the reality that you have a day diary. When you start trading, you put down what your balance is in the morning or afternoon or evening. You put down your percentage gain that you want and how much that means money-wise. So you put your percentage down because you want to have a consistent percentage. 1%, 2%, 0.5%, whatever that feels right for you, right? And then go for it. So you've got £1,000 account and you want 2%, it's £20 or $20. Once you've achieved your $20, close it all up, go home, done for the day. Come back tomorrow. And it might be $21 or whatever. Because you're compounding, remember? Compound is a secret. Compounding is the secret. So market's sticking around there, not doing much. 17 minutes. We're going to have another trade card in 3 minutes time. Got any questions on your business plan, how you should go about it? Let me know. I'll go through it with you. Yeah. Just looking at some data on my personal stuff. So we've got the rest of the week. Today's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 days, and got 5 days next week to trade until the month's end. So we've got 8 trading days left. How are you doing? By tonight, we'll hit all of our income goals and all the goals that we've set with 7 days to spare, so which is about a third of the month, 23 trading days this month. So you only generally have 20 trading days in the month, about 240 a year, not 365. So make them count. It's been very stubborn, sitting there now. See what the hour's done. It's done what the last hour did, which is nothing, 10 to 15, right? 50 pips. So that's why we can't move, because the market's just not doing anything. It's making its mind up. There's no news today. No, there's no red folders. So that's not the reason that it's not moving. Probably because I had a lot of moves overnight. So if you look at the hours, so there's Tuesday, 11 o'clock. So that's market open. So it's literally bought all the way up to that point there. So it went from 40.76 to 40.45, $75, $80 movement there. And that's 700-800 pips, the way we count them. So it's done on that. Then the last 2 hours are done bugger all. Like I said, Frankfurt sold, London sold for the hour, bought it all back the second hour. 9:20. Let's take the next trade card. Still selling 60%, 4104. So the market is not expected to go down as much as it was earlier. So the TP5 was at 4100. It's 4104, which is exactly where MK88 was saying that his TP is. On the rise, yeah. Could bottomed out at that 4110 down here. Down here, could bottomed out there. It's a lovely cup of tea. So we've got about another 40 minutes together. Not been the best in terms of movement mornings. Hope you've taken some stuff from the mindset and business planning ideas that I've given you. So I hope those help you, because you need to start seeing this as a business, okay? It's not a hobby, because a hobby costs you money, so don't treat it as a hobby. Don't say I'm dabbling. You know, I'm learning to be a full-time trader, or I am a full-time trader, okay? And learn and trade something, specialize in something, whether it's FX, whether it's crypto. Don't hop around the place. Go to work, they give you a job to do. They don't just say, oh, do anything you feel like. Yeah, whatever comes along, just do it. That happens when you're an entrepreneur, right? whatever you have to face, you do it. It's a big rise, wasn't it? 17. Get to sell bigger. A bit of a drawdown on my trade now. Nothing too elaborate or fancy. It is what it is. So let's see, 23 minutes past. That was decent, wasn't it? It's probably sold, bought back everything. Yeah, it's gone beyond that now. Yeah, I was gonna say probably bought back everything it sold in the first hour, but it's just been so choppy. Not done it with any consistency. But that's how some sessions are. I remember in the days when we used to chart and I didn't have any of these aids that we have today, that we sometimes would sit around all day waiting for a setup because nothing would happen. Then you get fed up and put up a trade and it goes totally the wrong way. Okay? So that's the bit not to do. Need to avoid those things. So 24 minutes, I've got one more minute. We'll take the next trade card, see where it takes us. So every 5 minutes we can take one of those, or 15 minutes, or 30 minutes, or an hour, depending on how you want to trade. So it's up to you. Use the tech as you want to use it. Anything is be sensible, be cautious. Don't. It's not a see-all, do-all tool. Nothing is. The market can still snap in whichever way it wants to, because it's real. You know, it reacts to real events, and they're not reported in the papers. They're not reported in the media until 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes later. So all these so-called experts, be careful. Get neutral. So yeah, it's going to sit and think, where does the market go next? Nice blue car went by, caught my eye. one of my dear friends booked a really nice car yesterday. So if you're watching, congratulations. I shall see it tomorrow. Oh dear. That was a sigh. It's like market's going nowhere really. Let's see what she brings us. If you're trading for the day, then see what happens in the afternoon session. If you don't want to trade your own accounts, we have a system whereby we can trade it. We put our software into your account and it gets traded by itself automatically. Took 18 trades yesterday, came back with a couple of percent gain, which is nice. Yeah, the Asian session's been amazing, hasn't it? I've traded it a few times. My partner trades it all the time now. Lasts probably 2 months. Yeah, she stays up at night, trades, finishes, goes to bed. Hasn't traded during the daytime for a number of weeks now. But it shifts around, doesn't it? You never really know which part of the day it is. I think, come on, have your set times. If there's markets there for you, great. If it's not there, don't, because it needs to serve you. Don't chase the market. I've done it, and you lose every single time, and you lose all your peace of mind and everything that goes with it. So have your set time. So when I've taught people, I've coached people, have a set time or have a set percentage. Have both of those. Once you hit the percentage, go away. If you haven't hit the percentage, you hit your time, go away. Whichever arrives first, trading. Got a third view. It's going nuts. I was in trades all the time. It was so stressful. Staring at my phone all day, every day. In the gym, staring at my phone. Get out of the shower, staring at my phone. Awful. Make more money now, trading less. "28 minutes. Frustrating morning this morning. Had a few TP3s and balls, but nothing major. There's no direction really. Just buys, well, it doesn't buy and sell, but not even a good ranging market. No, it's not even doing that for us today. A lot of uncertainty out there. I can feel that in the markets. Conflicting news. So coming up to 9:30. Got 30 minutes together. In the UK, what are you guys doing for the rest of the day? Carrying on trading? Have you hit your targets? Are you going out? Are you playing golf? Certain Mister. That's on, I know. Buy. That's what we've had. Yeah. Candles red. People be careful. Maybe a bigger breakout. But the data, it's only 55%. So data is pointing. So maybe change your character now for the market. Maybe not. You don't know. said they're going to a buy on a red candle, and vice versa. That is going to a sell on a green candle. So let's watch it. There you go. Be careful because this change of character might be short-lived in terms of data. But then with human beings, we can see what the market's doing, right? We can physically see it. Whereas a machine can't kind of do data, can't actually see. You go. It's TP1. It's been hit. It's nice. Coming up to TP2. Start moving in the direction that we want. So the market's sitting around on TP1 now. Down, eased off a little bit. And that's where it's important to take your TPs when they arrive, especially on a day like today. See some profit take here. So we had a buy at 9:30 in the 5 minutes. Not convincing in terms of it's 55%. Nevertheless, we've hit TP1. That's the second time you're hitting it now. Right? And on a day like today, TP1s are good. Unless you're a swing trader or you've got a lot of experience and you think, I want to do this. But price action is go in, out, 2, 3, 4 minutes as an average trade. Don't want to be hanging around the market. And after 5 years, I still never changed from scalping. I love it. I enjoy it. In, out. I'm not waiting around for days and days and days like swing traders are. In for profit, out of profit, and all the rest of it. Sometimes the runners will get me. I mean, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I got 18 or 1900 pips on a trade, which was beautiful. And what was beautiful, I actually closed it with the profit. I didn't wait around and say, I want 10,000 pips. Because greed takes the better of us. And it's beaten all of us as traders at some point. Every one of us has suffered from that. Let's see where she goes. 35. Yeah, let's see what. So it was just a out to the buying, still buying. But again, not much happening in the market at the moment. Very, very quiet. And these are the sessions that you should be reading, making your business plans, writing notes. So reading is Trading in the Zone, chapter 11 in particular, but read the whole book. Or anything else that you think is going to help you in business. Sun Tzu, The Art of War, Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Yeah. Richest Man in Babylon. Really great fables, great stories. Autobiographies of people that you follow. Sir Alex Ferguson for me. Obama, Kennedy, Gandhi. Again, get different view, different time frames. Okay. Business books, The E-Myth by Michael Gerber. Several series of those books, Rich Dad Poor Dad books. Really easy reads. And of course, Tony Robbins, Awaken the Giant Within, Unlimited Power. Lots and lots of really good material for a few bucks that you can pick up. And it's a lifetime of work. Tony Robbins' books like 700 pages. Learn more from that than anything else. These types of works. Dr. Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective or Successful People. I can't remember what it's called now. I'll tell you what it is because I've got it here somewhere. Where is it? Highly Effective People. And then it's got the 8th habit. So those are all things that will improve your trading, improve you as a person, really. You can use those throughout your life, your relationships, your health, your wealth. There's only 3 things I'd look at now. Yeah, health, wealth, relationships. That's it. That's all that matters. Yeah, health is obvious. It's easy for us to see. Wealth, again, is very close to health. All your decisions are based around whether you have the money or don't have the money. So better to have the money than not to have it. I've had money and I've not had money. I know which one I prefer, right? And your relationships, your loved ones. Yeah, concentrate on those. Invest in those. Don't invest in strangers. Yeah. Partner, children, parents, siblings. Call them up on a regular basis. Yeah, my son's here from Australia next week. My brother from California the week after. So we'll have a house full for a few weeks. Can't wait. That's all it's about at the end of the day. It's family. Nothing else. And all of that kind of stuff, that material will make you a better thinker. You think more. Less about yourself, more about other people. It's not giving, like I said, not giving this much. This is pointless. Trying to get into trades and force trades. I'm still in that trade from earlier on. TP set at 4100. So yeah, it's just meandering. Always set your TP no matter how ridiculous it seems, because it could just smash straight through it. And your stop loss if you need it. Always set them, even if you're being generous. Always have a limit. That way your account, the market can't take your account. Interesting. Giving us nothing at the moment. Absolutely nothing. So like I said, read, sell. So a couple of buys. I still think the market is selling on the day. Not that one. From the point of look at this. Yeah, I know, nothing's going on. It is very, very boring price action. Absolutely nothing. Not giving us a thing. But these are the times that sorts the wheat from the chaff instead of in terms of panicky traders that take trades that they shouldn't trade, get into trouble, and then sit around. You see, that's what happens when you get in a state of panic. That's what happens when you're desperate. Don't ever, when people come to me, I need to make this much money. I say, no, I'm not working with you. That's desperation, right? And we don't want that. That's not where we're at. It's not the name of the game for me, especially. So, as I said, market snaps down a little, goes up a little bit. Price action is not really happening, but it will wake up. Maybe it's the New York session, maybe it's the next hour, maybe it's the next 5 minutes. A bit of news comes out from somewhere. Yeah, they sign the peace deal, gold goes shoo. Somebody launches a missile, goes, right? We're at the mercy of the markets. Nobody says they have to give us anything. They don't owe us anything. Nobody owes you anything. The only person that owes you anything is yourself. Give it to yourself to be the best version of yourself. Yeah? Be the best every single day. Turn up the best. It's the only way you can do it. There's no other way. Nobody's coming to save you. But it's easier than ever to save yourself. Here you go. So that's sell. We're at TP1. Took that, was a nice little drop. 43 minutes. Got 2 more minutes to take the next trade card, and then we will be into the last 15 minutes of the hour. It certainly may not be the most exciting 2 hours that we've spent together, but it doesn't matter. Patience pays. Patience, 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 patience pays. Okay. I think it was yesterday. Maybe yesterday, maybe the day before, somebody asked me $3,500 gold, maybe. And this morning we're at 4,150 or whatever it was. And you think, really? It happens. I think it was about $1,500 when we first started trading. It's about $1,000 when I started buying physical gold. In this modern era, I bought gold throughout my life, to be honest with you. But they were trinkets and bits and bobs rather than just investing. So, yeah, I think it was $1,000 when I bought my first 1 ounce coin. Started talking about it 2015, 2016 about buying gold to my property students. It's a store of wealth. $45. Selling, 64%. Probability score. So pretty confident really but then the market's doing that. I think the market's respecting any data at this moment in time or any charting, just ranging right in the middle because it's got no direction. It's interesting. I've been standing for 45 minutes with you guys. I don't feel like it. Great. Just forget to do it. That's all. Do these grandiose things. But my first silver, $20. The peak was 120. Yeah. So you're a silver buyer, right? No, mine's silver, but there's so much volume, isn't there? It's nice to get it, but there's so much volume. You're going to start collecting it. What is it? $30, $40 an ounce or whatever. Right? So that's why I was went for gold. And I was telling people when it was $1,000 an ounce, buy some. Like, let's buy a quarter ounce coin. You don't have to buy an ounce. $250, right? Don't go out on a Saturday night and blow it all out after you get paid. Just buy one of these every now and again. Yeah, that $1,000 coin, each one of those, $4,000 even today. It's incredible. Currency debasement. Yeah. Yeah, it can be. I totally understand that and get that. And I respect that. Yeah. Get into, gold and silver. If you can't afford the gold, no problem. And get into the silver. And I think silver's outperformed gold, hasn't it, as a price increase, or it certainly did last year at some point. So it was going crazy, wasn't it? But holding for me, like I said, silver's a little bit too much in volume to hold the metal. It's like having $1 bills or $100 bills. $1 bills like handy when you go to wherever you can get something for $1 for these days, but you know what I mean. So market's coming back to us in terms of if you were selling from earlier. And we've hit TP1, we've hit TP2 on that trade. I was about to get into a sell at that top there, but I didn't hesitate, just physically didn't kind of go over and press the button like that. Well, you can trade the gold now. It doesn't matter about the price, right? 49 minutes. We're going to take the 50 signal. So very much ranging, not doing much. So look at that, it sold all that back now. It went all the way up here. Yeah, and it sold it all back. So at one point it was about to engulf the next hour's candle. Now it's like, will it actually go down much further? Let's have a look at the 5 minutes, let's look at the range. So it's here now, it's stuck here. So a little bit of reversal. So it's stuck in this area. With the see the news that gold passed one up 4,100. Fresh buying interest as traders weigh mid-east risks and Fed outlook. They're all rubbish, right? The Houthis are saying now we've blocked the Strait for Saudi. There's less ships. Trump saying he's going to impose a tariff. So there's no good news coming out of the Middle East at the moment. And the Americans can dance around all they like. They're going to end up putting interest rates up unless they fudge and give us fake inflation figures. I love it. Gold is the money of kings, silver is the money of gentlemen, and the dollar is the money of slaves. It's currency, isn't it? It's not actually money. It's wonderful actually when you start studying money and everything else. So when I was very, very young, at 24, I started my first business. Did very well. By 27, 28, I thought I'd made it. We were doing over £1 million a year in sales. Had 10, 15 employees. And recession came, wiped us out. Knew nothing about money, knew nothing about business really. Just got into it. Started, yeah, great, makes money. Knew nothing about reserves, etc. And then I thought, I better learn about what's the most important thing in the world, other than your health. It's money. So I trained to be a financial advisor. So I took a year out, did all my exams. I had bills to pay. It wasn't easy, and so I wasn't earning very much. I was in a job, but I was earning really sort of minimum wage type thing. But it took me a year, passed all my exams, did very well after that. Learnt the mechanisms of money, funds, management of funds, custody of funds, and really went to town. Started reading things like The Richest Man in Babylon, The Millionaire Next Door. People that didn't look as if they had money. Warren Buffett. Imagine all those people living next door to that house of his that he bought 50 odd years ago for $50 odd thousand or whatever it was. I don't know. They wouldn't have a clue, would they, that we're living next door to a guy that's going to be the richest man in the world. So I read a lot about that kind of stuff and learned the mechanisms in gold, stock markets, fund management, taxation, all that kind of stuff. And it's really helped me to, formulate a plan for finances. So she goes all the way back. So frustrating. And you could get into the downs and the ups and scalp it for 5 pips, 10 pips, 20 pips. But then you're just chancing it, aren't you? We're going to take the last trade signal, trade card in 2 minutes of our session today. As ever, it's been my absolute pleasure to serve you. I want to see you guys growing. Look at messages of your gains that you make. And even if it's not a good day and you want to have a chat, just reach out to me, okay? I have the privilege of having that life now, that I can spend some time. I got a message at 11:30 last night. I was sending out some stuff, watching the market. Hey Cam, I need to be coached. I said, yeah, what? Watch like life and business. Big subjects, right? Life and business. So it only leaves health, really. But we all need help. Yeah. As Zig Ziglar said, you see a turtle sitting on a fence post, it didn't get there by itself. And ask for help. You don't have to suffer, or you don't have to try and learn this yourself. Somebody's done that. Whatever you're trying to do, somebody's already done it. Yeah, the only thing, like, Elon's trying to land on Mars, right? We haven't done that as human beings. But that's hard. But trading and making a few dollars, it's not hard. You can do it. I know you can. And if I can help you on your journey, it'd be an absolute privilege. So bye. Good God. We wouldn't have pressed that fast enough, would you? Good. I like to hear that. Look, listen to this. What a statement. Yeah. Millionaire for the past 3 years, been hard, but still pushing through. That's the way. Yeah, you work it out, you figure it out. Don't worry about that. It'll come. You make the contact, things will just start clicking. You think, good God, here we go. Stick to the plan. 1%, 2%, 3% a day. Cut out the noise. Yeah. Stop listening to the get rich quick. Don't be a magpie. It's only just reached TP1. But you would have made really good money if you were in that as soon as that came through. So it's been to TP1. See, the buys are very strong, aren't they? It seems to come down slow, which is the opposite of what the market normally does. That's made it really interesting today. Okay. Sorry to hear that, buddy. Hit the SL on that trade. Yeah, it's just gone up and up and up and up. Which is strange because we came down quite nicely into a little bit of profit, didn't we? Look at that. And this is what it does to you. You hit the SL and then it bloody well does this. Awful. It's all part of the game. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Read The Art of War, Sun Tzu. Got to lose a few battles to win the war. No team ever goes through a season without losing a single game. Yeah. Sometimes they're on their arse most of the game. Then suddenly, one moment of magic. Sort of the World Cup, right? Final. How many times did the Spanish come? How dirty did the Argentinians play? Found the magic, didn't they? Quality will always shine through. So, got a couple of minutes. I want to thank you all for coming here today. If you will do me one favor, which is subscribe to the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It helps me enormously. We're followed by over 1,000 traders now, which is humbling. Never thought that we'd hit those kind of numbers, but we have and we are. So that audience is growing, which is great, because it tells me that I'm doing something that's helping people, that they actually want it. So I will always show up for you. I'll be here at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's London GMT. Throughout 10 o'clock. Hopefully we have a session that's a little bit more fruitful in terms of we've got some direction in the market and moves. Hasn't done much over the last couple of hours. It'll come alive, I bet you, at 10 o'clock and like romp away. Right. We've got the New York session this afternoon, so you know we've still got so much trading going on. We've got 12 hours of trading. It doesn't close till 10 o'clock tonight. So take your opportunities and don't get worried about stop losses. Make them part of your business plan. You're very welcome, my friend. I'm here at 8 o'clock every morning. Come and join us. Come and contribute. Love your comments. Love a bit of feedback. And so I will see you guys tomorrow morning, same time. Okay, take care and all the best.